Manhattan residents would see a 6% increase in their property taxes under the initial 2026 budget that was proposed Tuesday by City Manager Danielle Doolin. The city would levy an additional $2.5 million in property taxes year over year. That's based on a total mill levy of $54.241, accounting for a $1.134 mill levy increase from 2025, driven largely by the city's contribution to the Riley County Police Department budget, as well as slight increases to both the library fund and library employee benefits. Commissioner John Mata, who chairs the law board, says the overall property tax increase, though, may not be entirely accurate since the police department budget only went up 5.5% after the city transferred animal control over to RCPD.
But then in this budget, it has the police department going up like over 7%, so the total city budget's going up 6%, which is higher than the police department budget increase, but yet it's the police department that's driving it. So I think we've got a reconciliation problem that we just need to get our arms around.
Doolin says city staff will look into the discrepancy. The budget proposal calls for all other city funds to remain flat year over year. It includes no cost of living adjustments for city employees, no vehicle or equipment replacement, and no building maintenance. Now, commissioners will also consider two other options, one that would add a 3% COLA for employees, resulting in a $2 million increase from the initial proposal. The third proposal would provide a 3% COLA and prioritize $750,000 in the $2.5 million deferred vehicle and equipment replacement, as well as building maintenance. The latter option would result in a $3 million increase from the initial proposal. The former Emergency Medical Service Building will become the new Emergency Management and Fire Department headquarters after a renovation. On Monday, Emergency Management Director Russell Stuckey said the department is finalizing arrangements for that renovation.
As you know, we've been working with the architect and BHS to finalize the plans for our remodel of the old EMS headquarters. They got the final documents so they can go out to bids.
He says they'll be able to bring the bids to the county commission in 2 to 3 weeks. The fire department and emergency management offices temporarily relocated to 2030 Tecumseh Road in June and are expected to move into their new headquarters early next year. A St. George man pleaded not guilty to sex crimes during an arraignment hearing Monday in Riley County District Court. 30-year-old Ricky Dunklin is charged with rape and aggravated charges of criminal sodomy, kidnapping, and domestic battery. Those charges stem from an April 2021 incident involving the same victim. A trial for the case is scheduled for December. Dunklin was arrested March 14th by RCPD and is being held on a $125,000 bond. He's also serving time for charges from a separate case. A Kansas lawmaker says he's frustrated the legislature has not been able to do more to pass meaningful property tax relief. State Senator Brad Starn says the issue was brought up during week 1 of the 2025 legislative session.
The Senate side, we passed in the first week a 3% property tax where that would be the lid. And within that, 3% or less. And so notified our people that were affected by that and how that would be. There was concern with appraised value. Ours would continue to have the appraised value of your homes.
Starn says there have been a number of ideas floated to address property taxes, including a proposal to eliminate property and income taxes in favor of a consumption-based sales tax.
I'm Livy Dunn, All-American gymnast and Viore athlete. When you travel and train as much as I do, you find happiness where you are. On the mat or on the sand, movement and comfort are essential. That's why I live in Performance Joggers by Viore. Made from DreamNet fabric that's made of 89% recycled materials, effortlessly soft and made to move as much as I do. My happiness starts here, in the softest joggers on the planet. Get 20% off your first purchase at Vuori.com/Libby. That's VUORI.com/LIVVY. Exclusions apply. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Go to Vuori.com/Libby and discover the full versatility of Vuori clothing. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale with your sports headlines. Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark doubling down on his preference for staying with only 5 automatic qualifiers if the CFP does expand to 16 teams, as many expect after this season. He is in favor of that over guaranteed multiple bids for the power conferences.
It might not be the best solution today for the Big 12, given your comments about AQs. But long term, knowing the progress we're making, the investments we're making, it's the right format for us. And I'm doubling down today on 511. And I know Jim Phillips will, and I'm sure some of the other conference commissioners will as well.
Yormark saying at Big 12 football media days yesterday that there's a responsibility to do what's right for college football, not just what's right for one or two leagues. Nick Lofton hit a go-ahead 2-run homer in the 7th, then won it in the 9th with a 1-out RBI single. Royals over the Pirates 4-3 last night.
Yeah, he looks poised. He looks like he's seeing the ball well. I mean, he popped up the first couple at-bats, but they were actually, I thought they were pretty good swings. You know, the ball, I don't know exactly, the ball ran in on him a little bit, but the slider for the home run, he stayed on that.
Rookie Jack Caglione also homered in the game for the Royals, his first at Kauffman Stadium. He had been just 5 for 46 at home before Tuesday. Same two teams to wrap up that series tonight with coverage on News Radio KMAN getting underway at 6. First pitch is at 6:40. Have a great day. I'm Troy Coverdale.